You promised I could play with you.
Hello and welcome. My name is Professor Silver, and in today's class, we'll explore the terrifying history of Sabrina, detailing all her battles, storylines, and character development. Sabrina is both a master of psychic types and one of the deadliest trainers in the Pokémon world. Unlike most other trainers, she possessed incredible supernatural abilities like telekinesis, telepathy, teleportation, size reduction, and transmutation.
They're dolls!
She inherited some of her power from her father, but most of it came from obsessive training. Consumed by mastering her abilities, she thought nothing of making friends and crumbled a house using only her psychic powers. Beyond physical destruction, she also devastated her family by turning her mother into a doll. Although her father escaped the same fate, he never ventured far as he believed he could one day cure Sabrina of her obsession with both strength and her desire to punish those who crossed her. As a result of the trauma from breaking her family apart, Sabrina split her personality into two distinct beings. On one end was a mischievous Pokemon trainer who couldn't keep herself out of trouble, and on the other was a doll that represented Sabrina as a little girl who desperately wanted to make friends. In addition to becoming a heartless power monger, Sabrina also assembled a team of fearsome Pokemon that helped her gain the title of Saffron City Gym Leader. While we only saw her use Abra during her debut in Abra and the Psychic Showdown, if Pokemon Red and Blue offer any clues to the rest of her anime team, other potential members include Alakazam, Mr. Mime, and Venomoth. Because Sabrina transformed those who challenged and lost at her gym into dolls like her mother, her father often warned challengers not to enter the gym and rescued those who didn't heed his warning. Unfortunately for Sabrina's many challengers, it's almost impossible that he succeeded on all of his missions. He likely failed because Sabrina could sense a challenger from miles away. Upon sensing Ash, for instance, she projected herself to his location and tricked him into running off a cliff. If not for Bulbasaur's vines, it's likely Ash would have fallen to his death. Judging by Sabrina's willingness to push others away and hurt those she deemed weak, I wouldn't be surprised if she actually meant to seriously hurt Ash and end his never-ending journey. Although you wouldn't have been able to tell it from her grim demeanor, the challenge Ash presented thrilled Sabrina so intensely that she incapacitated Team Rocket, saved Pikachu, rescued Ash from one of the trio's traps, and teleported him directly to the gym's exterior. Her father tried to convince Ash to leave the gym upon his arrival, but Ash ventured inside anyway. Once there, Ash discovered it housed a school for psychics and saw Sabrina treat one of her disciples like absolute trash. The man had displeased Sabrina by bringing Ash inside without her approval, but she consented to Ash's challenge for battle anyway, as long as he agreed to be her friend and let her play with him if she won. Not understanding Sabrina's diabolical nature, Ash accepted her demand and used Pikachu opposite Abra. Sabrina's choice of Abra initially seemed doomed to fail as Abra entered the match asleep, but its teleporting away from Thundershock and evolution into Kadabra proved it was more than a match for Pikachu. After Kadabra redirected Thundershock, made Pikachu look a fool with Psychic, and slammed him repeatedly against the ceiling and ground, Ash opted to forfeit rather than see his friend incur further injury. Because Ash had promised to play with Sabrina if he lost, she shrunk him, Misty, and Brock down to the size of dolls and teleported them into the same diorama where she kept her mother and all her other victims. Taking a cue from Raiders of the Lost Ark, Sabrina nearly broke the gang using her open palm and a rolling ball, but her father teleported them to safety just before she bowled a strike. The fact that her family photo could be seen in her dollhouse served as the first hint that she yearned for happier times and hoped to one day break the endless cycle of her abject misery. Once outside the gym, Sabrina's dad tried to persuade Ash to leave Saffron and never look back, but Ash refused to back down from the rematch. Because the father respected Ash's character, he told him of a psychic type's weakness to ghost and instructed him to go to Lavender Town so that he could catch a ghost of his own and improve his chances of victory. Following another near-death experience by Ash in the Tower of Terror and the unofficial adding of Haunter to his team that very same episode, he returned to Sabrina's gym in the episode Haunter vs. Kadabra. His decision to go through with the rematch terrified Sabrina's father, but gave the man hope that Ash would snap his daughter out of her funk and remind her of life's many joys. Even though Haunter couldn't have been more enthusiastic to battle Sabrina when Ash arrived at the gym, it bailed out just before she summoned Kadabra. Since Haunter wasn't there to protect them, Sabrina turned both Misty and Brock into dolls. Ash only escaped their fate thanks to her father's sudden appearance and ability to teleport. While Ash begged Haunter to rejoin his team for a second rematch, Sabrina taunted her new toys and stated her worry that they would no longer want to be her friend if she were to ever let them go. The fear she expressed confirmed her father's suspicion that her evil ways stemmed from loneliness and a lack of friendship. Ash got Haunter to agree to fight Kadabra in his next match with Sabrina, but it disappeared at the battle's start, so Pikachu was forced to fight it instead. Much like in their previous battle, Kadabra completely dominated its electric foe. It teleported away from Thundershock, confused Pikachu with Psybeam, withstood Thunderbolt, and revealed the futility of all its attacks by recovering its energy. Before Kadabra could vanquish Pikachu for good and force Ash into servitude as its master's doll, Haunter came to their rescue, started playing with Sabrina, and did its best to make her laugh. It made funny faces, played Snake Eyes, summoned a bomb, and exploded all over Sabrina. Rather than react with contempt at Haunter's antics, Sabrina smiled and broke out into uncontrollable laughter. According to her father, Haunter had made her happier than he had ever seen before. By extending a hand of friendship and offering her ample comic relief, Haunter helped Sabrina both rediscover her humanity and restore her true personality back to its unified one-body state. Upon the dissolution of her mini-me, Sabrina started atoning for all the sins she committed as a psychic bully by transforming her doll victims like Brock, Misty, and her mother back into real people. Because Sabrina's psychic connection paralyzed Kadabra with laughter, her father declared the psychic type unable to battle, named Ash the winner, and awarded him the Marsh Badge. After the battle concluded, Ash left Haunter in Sabrina's care, likely because he felt she needed it more than he did, and believed it would play a huge role in her readjustment to normalcy. Sabrina has yet to return since her last appearance, but I suspect she's developed a close friendship with Haunter, who likely keeps her grounded in times of stress and turmoil. While it's likely Haunter has turned Sabrina into a model citizen, I can't help but think what would happen if it ever left her side and stopped repressing her evil ways. Without Haunter's influence, it's entirely possible that Sabrina would extend her power beyond Saffron City, wreak havoc on the world's citizens, transform each and every person she met into a doll, and start on a path of world domination. On that note, let's review Sabrina's battle record. She beat Ash's Pikachu and lost to Haunter by technical decision. Over the course of the series, her Kadabra used Teleport, Confusion, Psychic, Recover, and Psybeam. Her Haunter used Lick. While Sabrina's battle record and number of known Pokémon may seem wanting, her 2 appearances establish her character as a near unbeatable fighter. It's a major shame we only know of Sabrina's origin in Dark Days, because her psychic abilities, redemption arc, and potential for great evil all made her into an incredibly captivating character. When Sabrina's finally given her 3rd appearance, I'd love for the writers to showcase how her personality has changed since her encounter with Haunter. Beyond a bevy of chuckles and a larger-than-life smile, the writers never explored how truly deep an impact Haunter had on Sabrina's personality. In addition, I also hope to hear that Haunter and Kadabra helped Sabrina win the Indigo League. It's always baffled me that Sabrina didn't enter the league, as those 2 alone would have obliterated all of Ash's opponents, including Richie. Based on the power she displayed against Ash, I wouldn't be surprised if she returned as the top gym leader in Kanto, a member of the Elite Four, or as the region's champion. For more about Sabrina, I highly suggest checking out Pokémon Adventures, where she plays the role of both a villain and member of Team Rocket. And with that, class is adjourned. Before we go, I want to extend a special thanks to the channel's patrons. If you'd like to watch videos early and have your name appear on screen in every class, make sure to check out the first link in the description and check out all the exclusive perks I offer on Patreon. For additional extra credit, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and let me know your thoughts on Sabrina. Until next time.